Well, hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Blue Gamer Bluecast Morning Show. I'm your host, Adam Blue, 30 plus year video game enthusiast and industry analyst. And today for January 5th, 2026, I'll run through the latest gaming news if there's any games I've been playing, one, and then anything else, et cetera, et cetera. So, I hope everyone's had a good, not only weekend, but end of the holiday in 2025 and transitioning into this 2026. Because even though it's the 5th, I feel like this is really the first week of the new year. And it's been fun. I've had a very fun time this holiday because of Xenoblade Chronicles. And since I got a new job and there's usually downtime this time of year, it was very easy to take time off and feel relaxed to play Xenoblade Chronicles, which is pretty much all I did. I'm gonna show you guys something pretty cool here. Give me a second to one thing that I love about Xenoblade Chronicles being on Switch, because so many games I've been playing recently that are like dedicated to certain platforms. When I'm playing like Xenoblade Chronicles on the Switch, it's very interesting on the Switch too. It's very interesting how I might be at my computer where I'm actually using OBS and I have like a dock here. I'll play it that way, or I'll be in the living room on the big screen, or I'll be handheld mode, right, on the Switch too. The thing is, I've never really liked the Joy-Con controls, and I guess it's so apparent when I'm used to the Portal on my ROG Ally, which I have right here, but I'd have to disconnect everything. I have grips on it. Actually, with my 3DS, and again, the thing's over there, I have a grip thing on it because in order to feel comfortable playing a game long term in any environment, sitting different positions, I need the grips on there. And so for the Switch 2, I did buy some they're like silicone or plastic little snap add-on things. I have 3 that I've tested. I'm going to do a video on it to kind of show the differences, and they do a pretty good job. But I got the ultimate one, and that is, and this right here, it's pretty much what you would call modern game controller grips. And this is on the Switch too. There's a lot of interesting things going on with this, and I'll probably do a video about it, but it is $50, which on one hand, that's not bad. And on the other hand, that's like an extra 50 to drop. So just keeping that in mind. But what it does is it gives you the full size D-pad, buttons, joysticks. And when you first take it out of the box, the controller itself, and actually, let me show you. How can I get it out? Oh yeah, that's right. This is really cool. It has a locking mechanism on the back to keep this in and sturdy, and then it just sort of slides in and out like this. Now, when you take the controller out of the box, you might think, this thing's kind of light. It seems kind of cheap. But I think they did that on purpose because you're holding the Switch anyway, so it just keeps this to still feel a good. Not that it's super light, but the Switch 2 is a little heavier in the first place, so it just gives it good heft. Yeah, and on the back, there's the extra buttons. There's also for programming. What are the other ones? Oh, there's extra SR and SL buttons. There's LED, a thing where you could change the colors of the LEDs around the analog stick. So, and yes, Gemkillex, this is comfortable. I used it last night and this morning, and it is way more comfortable to play with something like this, where I have these grips. It's mainly for the. It's interesting. It's mainly so that I can comfortably grip without it too tight, the bottom, to give stability, so my pointer finger and all that can do the work, and my thumb. So, Jonas. Hey, Adam, do you have a Mayflash Magic X adapter? If you can, then you can connect to Switch or PS controllers. Yeah, I've seen those. Those things are really cool. But I'm always wary of if there's any added latency. So I try to go as close to original controllers to stuff if possible. But you know what? You bring up a good point. It's good to have one of those around anyway. It really is, because it's interesting sometimes. how I'll think, oh, I want to use a certain controller on a certain game, vice versa. So, okay, well, let's really quick jump into what I've been playing. And you know what? I mean, it's amazing to see 60 hours of Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, and I'm loving it. I like it because it is just there's constantly something to do in this world. It is a real world I'm in. I feel like I'm in a world, and I think bottom line, if a game sells that to me, and there's things to do, and you know, I am getting to the spot where I am skipping some stories because some things I could tell, you know, like with the stories, like, oh, this is kind of just telling me a story about this. And, you know, that is kind of cool. It's cool that there's these stories because some don't really mean anything to the game, the greater game. It's more of personal things, but then you get experience and all that. Um, so yeah, there's sometimes I'm doing that, and but the other times I like when they're explaining like the skills and the technologies and all that. So there's some stuff about it I really enjoy. And it reminds me of real life. You know, in real life, I'm not having to take in everything in the world around me. It's restraint. That's a new thing I've learned about 2026. But anyway, um, so in the game, there's restraint. There's sometimes where I partake in a story, maybe for the XP, but I'm not really interested sometimes in the little storytelling bits. And it's very interesting. Some of the stories are really dark in that game, where it's like, yeah, this is some heavy, dark stuff. And then some stories are funny. Like there was one that was kind of like a sort of a play or a nod to Back to the Future. There's this Professor B, and it reminded me of Doc Brown. I don't know if that's what it was trying to play on, but and then there was a car we modified to look like a DeLorean from Back to the Future too, or in general anyway. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Um, You know, it's funny because I will say this game is tuned very well. There's nothing I can legitimately complain about, you know, except for it, and it's not a complaint, just the personal preference that I don't necessarily really prefer that type of combat. I'm doing it because there is some fun to it because it is a game. You do have to think a little bit, but not that much. And sometimes it's a numbers game. It's like, oh, I know I can kill this one. Oh, I know I can't kill that. You know, um, and maybe this is it's more now that I'm further into the game because some of the most fun moments. It's funny. It has nothing to do with being in a skell or a mech. It's where you know I have to go to a mission. I'm flying over there, and then I see I'm coming across a giant like cliff face or mountain, and it's like, oh, at the bottom I could see the little doorway. I'm supposed to get out of my skell and then go on a little dungeon adventure. And you got your crew with you. And that stuff is fun. And I'm glad there's a lot of it in there. But I think that's why a game like this can be as long as it is and take 20 hours to get your skill, take 40 hours to get the flight module, because there are so many mechanics and things here. There's time for it all to really be fleshed out. I'm about to have the rest of the game explored. I'm really near the end. Um, I think it's just there's a lot of side stuff I could still do, even though I've done a lot. Yeah, because I'm on chapter 10, if that helps. So I just beat chapter 10 or something like that. Um, but yeah, I'm totally digging that game. And because of that, I didn't play anything else. I think I played some Sonic Racing with my brother and my wife Friday night, I think it was. Yeah, we played some Sonic Racing, Crossworlds. Yeah, but that's about it. It's very interesting to see, to look back, like what are the games that going into 2026 that I was playing and all that. And it's funny that it's really just Xenoblade Chronicles. So, okay. Let's move on to some news. Very sad news. We'll start with this. Albert Penello has passed away. Name I recognize, not that I was super familiar with him, but from EA to Microsoft, all through Xbox. Yeah, 53, cancer. So that seems to be a very common thing, unfortunately. So, you know, RIP, best wishes to family and all that. Okay. Unannounced Konami game for Nintendo Switch, Enchanted Wonderland, rated. So Konami, like, what are they doing nowadays? It's interesting. Mild fantasy violence. Um, they explore a magical world to gather joy and resurrect a theme park. They learn magic, engage in attractions, mini games. Among several mini games, involve shooting lasers. So that could be the fantasy violence, you know. So I didn't know how much this was like an action game that happens to take place in that setting, or it's really just more of a management game. But anyway, it's just interesting. It's Konami. It reminds me of, was it Deliver at All Costs that came out last year, and that was Konami. It was completely random, and it was on the Epic Game Store. I think that's how it worked. You know, it's very interesting what Konami's doing. They are still in the game. They've been knocking it out with Silent Hill. It makes me feel like something Castlevania has to happen. Something, and I've even heard this year's the 40th anniversary of the original Castlevania. 1986, Haunted Castle, maybe. So yeah, I hope Konami has something. I don't know what it would be. I don't know if I would want a new 3D game or a side scroller, Metroidvania, or just a stage based side scroller or something different. I don't know. And I don't know if Konami would get with some other developers to do it. I think they did a good job with the Grimoire of Souls, whatever that mobile game was. If they stripped out all of the monetization, the base game there, that's Castlevania, is pretty good. Oh, Jonas, please make a Gundam Breaker 4 analysis video in 2026. Maybe because I really beat the game, was done with it, didn't really have a reason to go back. As much as I love Gundam and Gunpla, that game's not necessarily the. It's funny because it's like it's Gunpla that I like, but you don't get every Gunpla. And then there's video games which I like, but it doesn't really play like a video game that I like to play. It's very interesting how that works. But I enjoyed it enough to beat it, and I was hoping there'd be more DLC. I can't wait to see what Bandai does with Gundam this year, if anything. Okay, I wanted to bring this up. Hollow Knight Silksong wins Game of the Year at 2025 Steam Awards, and I just want to bring that up because it's a Metroidvania, and Metroid Prime 4 came out this year. And I know this is Steam Awards and everything, but this just kind of shows like where, yeah, that's why I think Nintendo last minute dropped or released Metroid Prime 4 when they did, because it's out of that award season usually. Anyway, video I watched yesterday. Who was it? Beat 'em ups. It's like, yeah, sort of I don't really follow this person, but they know how to make content. And he made a 1-hour video.
Metroid Prime 4.
About how Nintendo, lied about Metroid Prime 4, but it's everything that I've been feeling about Metroid Prime 4. He is calling it out. Exactly. From before, from how they treat the franchise. Not really, actually. He didn't dive into that. That's what my video is going to be. It's more about what they did with the gameplay that doesn't make sense. And I got to agree. And that's why I'm playing Xenoblade Chronicles X. It's like here's a new Metroid. And you love Metroid, Adam. And here's Xenoblade Chronicles. You don't like JRPGs. I played Metroid Prime 4, and Xenoblade Chronicles is just worth my time. Way more worth my time right now than Metroid Prime 4. That's how much yeah. Anyway, great video. And it's funny because I haven't beat the game yet, but he pretty much talked about into the end of the game, and I've seen most of all of that stuff. So it's actually very interesting. And man, he calls out things exactly like I was feeling, but I'd go online and people didn't really agree. Well, not that I was saying anything. I would read, did people find this? So there's the characters, right? And then I think when the game first came out, people were complaining about the narration, the characters that are kind of chatty, other characters you meet that kind of don't fit in with the world and kind of guide you. And then people came back and said, hey, that's been overblown. It's not really like that. No, but it is. And he reminded me of something by calling it out that I didn't really realize. Like when I was driving around in the world at the beginning when you're first in the open world, the guy over the intercom tells me where I should go check out. But before that, he does say you can go wherever you want. And so I am going somewhere. And then he says you should go here. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll go there. And he calls that out in the video, and I didn't really realize it, where they the guy tells you you're free to go wherever you want. Hit him up. You got the 5, hit him up however you want. But you actually can't. The game is linear. When you go to the first place, and he called it out, or if you happen to go to a certain place first, the guy will say, oh no, go here. And that might not seem like a big deal, but it just shows how kind of linear and I guess that's to kind of explain the feeling I'm having when I'm playing this game. It's less exploration, more of, okay, I'm being pushed down this. Okay, I go here. Okay, I go there. Okay. Like, there's not like, oh, where do I go? Well, what's here? Oh, this is neat. What? Oh, I guess I can't go here. Maybe. No, and that's the feeling I get. I could agree on that, but Metroid Prime 4 could have gotten online or local multiplayer. I mean, maybe, but when does Metroid need multiplayer? Metroid is not about multiplayer. It's about isolation, exploration, non-linearity. And they didn't really nail it here with this one. I still want to beat the game though. I still want to beat it. Okay, here's something that has been brewing, and I can't believe it's actually happened. But I've complained about limited run games on here before, where it's like, you'll buy something from them, and then this happens too, where it's like delayed forever. The thing I wanted to get was delayed 6 months, the Castlevania thing, and then when you get it, it's like cheap quality, or things are done wrong. There's a misprint. Like, they need to send me like my new soundtrack because they printed it wrong. And but this has always been the case with limited run games. But the founder has stepped down. The founder and CEO is leaving in March, so he's going to be acting as like president until then. And to me, that like makes so much sense. Like, even this Reddit thread from 2 weeks ago is like, limited run games is a scam. It's like, even if they're not a scam, the way they're being run is just such a poor experience for the customer. And I've been talking about it the whole time. Like, am I just a complaining person? But no, it's real. It's legit, to the point to where the CEO is now stepping down. So I hope this means someone will come in and really tighten up that end user experience, the customer experience. Like, yeah, maybe not have 5 different keychains. Like, let's limit how much you're throwing things out, and let's kind of refine what we can do. Like the super deluxe packaging is amazing, and still came with the maps, the soundtrack, and everything. So, but to see this actually unfold the way it is, it was exactly what I was thinking. And it's very interesting. Limited run for limited run games. Yeah, I know. So that's also what's funny, how like things will come back out, they're toast, they need to overhaul the target, fire all the people, not just the same. And well, I think it's more, I don't know what it is. It's like, I think the CEO is probably leaving or stepping down, and it could be that they really fired him. Yeah, I wonder like what the details will be in the future. I do know that there's a guy I follow that used to work there, and he left last fall, but he didn't say anything when the guy left, but did some emoji stuff. So I don't know if there's some more inside information we'll get later on, because there's something cool there. It's just that end user customer experience. It's no good. Okay. What do I want to do next? I think I know what I want to do next. Hold on. Let me see if I can get this to launch. A demo came out for, and I don't want to say it if it doesn't run. So let me make sure it's running. Oh yeah, the 3D MK games. I know those were good. Let's see. Oops. And here's the thing though, the kind of prestige or is it boutique is what I'm looking for. Like video game stuff can make money. The problem was limited run games was cheaping out so much that I think they caught themselves. Okay. All right, let me do this. Now get this to work. Let me try something. Interesting. Okay.
Capcom versus Square. Parallel
So this is
Destinies.
Capcom versus Square. This my control. This is what I was afraid of. Is the game not even registering a controller? Let me try. There we go. Okay, let's go to settings. There are no settings. There we go. What are we doing? This whole thing looks bad. Yes, full screen. Does it even know how to full screen? So it doesn't have. Let me think here. It doesn't have 4K. I'd have to do it custom. Oh, let me. It's like 34 something by. Let me type. 4K resolution. Okay. 3840. And then 16. I didn't seem to do anything. And you know, the other thing is this is a demo. It's not the full thing. Did I play the beta of Marvel Tokon? Nah. I'll wait till it comes out. Okay, so let's launch this and see if it maybe fixes it or not. Oh, here we go. It's weird. It looks like it's cut off still. Let me try something. Oh my god, it's cut off. Okay, did I fix it? Not exactly. But let's just see what I can. Oh my god, no. Okay, we'll try it one more time. So basically what I did was made it full screen, but back to 1080, because I don't think the game knows what it's doing. Okay, this looks better. I think we're gonna be good. All right, let's do this. Let's just do quick battle. We've got Han, Zero, Ryu, Agrius. Wait. Oh, Han was because I went back down. Yeah, because I don't know who Han is. Tiki. Okay, these are the Final Fantasy or Square characters. Okay. All right, well, let's try this. I'm really curious what it feels like. love the
match
way
to
it looks.
remember.
Okay.
Fight!
Let's see. Oh, run button. Oh,
今楽にして
Air combo!
man.
Phenomenal!
Oh, wrong button. Okay, so
今楽
this is a 4 button fighter. Okay. Oh, that's a super jump. Nice. Okay. Cool. At first, I thought I was gonna get my ass handed to me. It's pretty tough. It feels
If at
like
first you don't succeed, fight! First
I'm
attack!
trying to think of. It feels more like a Marvel vs. Capcom. Oh, not good. Oh no.
Danger! Phenomenal!
Oh, oh. That was pretty close.
KO!
油断して
I do like the way it feels, but it still doesn't match my favorite, which
Go hard
is
or
SNK
go
versus
home. Fight!
Capcom. SBC Chaos.
First attack!
And you saw the parry thing, but I haven't really messed with it much of my. I don't know if it's a back and something or
今楽に
pressing
して
forward or it's a certain button like just then. I feel like I.
Phenomenal! Yes! Yes!
今楽にして
Uh-oh, too early. I do like the dashing around.
KO!
Alright. I actually recognize the music score for this. It's by YouTube channel Genesis Keys. Oh. Somewhere between MVC and CVS. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Okay. Huh. Let me try the chicken.
今楽にして
I don't even know if it is a chicken.
何者だ
This ought
Okay.
to be a match to remember. Fight!
That's a lightsaber?
First attack! Yes!
Oh, hit the chicken.
Yes!
今楽にして
Oh, I just ran.
今楽にして
Let's see if I can do a super. Okay, that was something. It was pretty fun doing combos as this little dude. It reminds me of Eternal Champions, Challenge from the Dark Side. On the Sega CD, you can be a chicken that gets its head cut off by a farmer, and then you're just like a headless chicken fighting.
If at first you don't succeed, fight! First attack!
今楽にして
Yes!
Trying to get a higher combo. I feel like I can combo pretty easy. But
Yes! Danger!
今楽にして
Danger! KO!
油断して
that was pretty fun though.
Go hard or go
Oh, do we got another round? Oh,
Fight! First attack!
so I'm at the end here.
Yes!
今楽にして
Phenomenal!
今楽にして
Oh, there we go. That was something. I just give her help. Oh no, this is not good. I wish I knew how to do this.
Phenomenal! Danger!
今楽にして
Yes!
Oh, that was pretty fun to do that.
KO!
今楽に
This
し
is
て
pretty cool. And then there's that Sega vs. Capcom coming out soon, but I do like the graphics on this, so can't wait when it's a full game. Okay, wrong button. And it looks good, like it's kind of crazy. Okay, wait. There we go. And I was using my even though it's only a 4, it seems like a 4-button fighter, but it does have other buttons. Where's the thing at? I'm using this. It's a really good pad because it's a 6-button and it's got the handles. This is Hori, so they're known for their stuff. But that's it for today, all. Thanks for joining. I'll be back tomorrow with some more. So hope you have a good one, and we'll talk later. See you.